Morning! It's day 3 of Vlogtober, and to be very honest, I'm kind of done with adulting today. It's 20 to 8 in the morning. I've already got a load of laundry in. I've already put away the dry laundry from yesterday. I've redistributed laundry around the house to make sure it finishes drying from yesterday. I've got 2 children, well, I've got 1 child ready for school. The older one's upstairs spending hours brushing her hair. I've dealt with a WhatsApp group drama, again related to the secondary child. Well, nothing to do with her, but there's a big discussion about a WhatsApp group, on the WhatsApp group that the parents have. I hate WhatsApp. And what else have I done already? Oh yes, all the washing up, all the breakfast, all the clearing up from breakfast, all the getting ready for the day. Got the smallest child dressed, despite the fact that all she wanted to do was play with her cuddly fish that she got at the party on Sunday. And we've just realised that my eldest daughter has got a flute lesson this morning, but her flute lesson is with the repair guy, and she's going to use mine, and I've got a flute lesson this morning too. So that's going to present all kinds of interesting logistical nightmares. Yeah, 20 to 8 in the morning. My flute lesson was cancelled, so I've been running some errands, and I stopped at Sainsbury's, as you will have seen, and I picked up a few bits for the girls' Christmas and had a bit of a browse. And I've been to the local, one of the nearby villages, to pay a deposit for my dad's 70th birthday meal, and I have been along to the town a little bit along from where we live to pick up my daughter's flute, which has been in with the repair guy to be repaired. Now, the repair guy is in his 80s. He's called Roy. Hang on a minute. Right. Traffic situation negotiated. So, what was I saying? Roy. When I dropped the flute off last week, he was playing music in his living room. So you bring the flute into the hallway and go through to the kitchen, and he'll have a look at it and give you an idea of how long it's going to take. Refuses to take any money up front. He always likes to be paid after he's done the work. His house is like this 1930s house, and the decor was very much sort of stuck in the 1950s, 60s type era. It's very cosy. And he had some music playing in the living room that I could hear. And I asked him what it was, because I really liked him. And he seemed quite taken aback that I was even interested. He obviously sees a lot of people come through his door with instruments for fixing every day. But it just really appealed to me. It was the kind of sort of old-fashioned wartime big band type music that I find really enjoyable. So I asked him what music it was, and he told me it was Jack Teagarden, who was an American trombonist in the 1930s and 40s, a self-taught one, as I found out upon Googling him and finding out a bit of information. So I went home that day and I looked him up on iTunes, and I spent a happy afternoon listening to Jack Teagarden. and enjoying it whilst I was doing the housework. So I went to pick up the flute today, and we had a conversation about the flute, and I paid the money, and then on my way out I said, oh, by the way, I looked up Jack D. Garden and I've been listening to him and I've been really enjoying him. And again, he seemed really taken aback but really pleased, and we ended up having a really lovely little conversation about that kind of music and that era. And it just made me think how important it is to have this contact, like this two-way contact with different generations. Like for me, I wouldn't have discovered that type of music at all, that particular music at all. There would have been no reason for me in the course of my life to have ever even heard of an old-fashioned famous trombonist from the 1930s. But I did, because I spoke to someone 40 years older than me and had a conversation with them. And it made me think as well that my daughter, who's 11, she's in the band that is run by her music teacher, and every Thursday they have rehearsals. It's quite a big band and it's all different abilities and all different ages, and she sits next to an old lady. Well, she says she's an old lady. I expect she's probably in her 50s or 60s, so to her she's an old lady. And every week I say to her, who did you talk to during the break? And she'll say, oh, I just talked to my old lady friend. And I said, did you not talk to anyone of your own age, so all the others that are there? No, I'm just happy talking to my old lady friend. And I did think initially, oh, it's a shame she's not mixing with the others there that are her own age. And then I thought, well, why would I wish that if she's quite happy mixing with people of all generations while she's at band practice, and they're quite happy talking to each other and learning from each other, then that's good. It's important to have that two-way intergenerational contact, isn't it? So there you go, a little bit of car philosophy for you. I'm now off to go and pick up my flute from the school, because there's no way I'm letting her walk around all day at school with my flute. It's worth considerably more than hers. And then I'm going to go home to do some more adulting, housework and the like. And then I might just do a bit of crochet for a while, or some knitting, whilst I wait for the people to give me an extortionate quote on how much it's going to cost to replace our windows. See? Adulting. I'm back home, and the window guy's he was here for about an hour and a half. It was very nice, but it's very difficult, isn't it, at that moment when they give you the quote and you know that you're not going to say yes straight away, and you know that they're going to try and make you say yes straight away. It's all part of adulting. So now I'm having a bagel, which is my second bagel of the day, which I think is quite bad because it basically means that all I've eaten today is white bread product. Yeah, and I might have a cup of tea, which also has very little nutritional value. And I'm going to watch the Bakery Bears, which I don't normally watch, but I'm quite enjoying it. So I'm going to watch that, do a bit of knitting or crochet, and then it'll be time for the school run. See you tomorrow.